Saw the last video on the from the Lewes Historical Museum. This will look a lot like the map that was made. I think I forget the gentleman's name. Gotta check the phone, but it's really neat. I mean, the fact that this was totally surveyed and mapped out by the turn of the 19th century is really amazing. And it's this here that they had to worry about. These are the shallow shoals. This is an island, but these are the shoals, and sailors had to understand where the main channel was. And let's see, it was a man named, oh dear, yep, I was close. It was Fisher. It was a Henry Fisher who made some of the first maps. See if I can find it in case you missed the other video from the other museum. I don't know where it went, so sorry. Oh, here it is. That doesn't show up well. Anyways. This is a picture of the bombardment of Fort McHenry. Not coming in too well, but point being here is there are many similarities between the types of ships. Obviously, the attackers being the British, and the types of ships, as well as the types of weapons. So I've learned recently that there was, again, there were rockets and not just cannonballs, because we remember in the story of Fort McHenry, I think some people don't fully understand it and think, well, I mean, there weren't rockets, you know, they might have saw something else. There were Cosgrove rockets that were made by the British that were fairly new at the time. And you can see, kind of, this here, you know, see? Those are the Cosgrove rockets. Well, those were also used here at Lewes, as well as in Fort McHenry. So there was a bombardment, there was a siege and a blockade, of course, of the entire Delaware Bay. And Lewes was presented with a requisition from the British, so it wasn't a sneak attack or anything. Ooh, saber. Sword. Pretty neat. And there's there's another one downstairs, or maybe it was, I'm sorry, it's over here. This is 1804 pattern Royal Navy cutlass. Pretty neat. But back to the story. So Lewes was given a requisition by the British, that guy and those folks, and they gave them, you know, a certain amount of time and told them that, hey, we basically need supplies. We need food, we need X, we need Y and Z, and lots of wood, and so on and so forth. And the town of Lewes, I forget the names of the mayor and governor at the time. Oh, here we go, Governor Hazlitt. And they were told that they, you know, had a certain amount of time to provide them with what was requested, and they were denied. Sorry, the first one's long, so you can screenshot that and come back. But they were denied. It reminds me of the Civil War story of the town of Carlisle in Pennsylvania, which is connected to the story of Gettysburg, which some of you can catch up on more. And I've been meaning to talk about Carlisle. I've been meaning to talk about Hanover and all that other stuff. No, I'm sorry. There's just, I can only cover so much. But it reminds me of the story of Carlisle, Pennsylvania in the Civil War before Gettysburg. And the people said no, and they were bombarded. And there were very, very few, there was, of course, damage to houses, but there were no human casualties. And the people of Lewes like to brag that the biggest casualties were 1 chicken killed, 1 pig wounded. Ooh, to address one last thing. According to the docent here downstairs, who maybe we'll just say hi to on the way out. I didn't want to put them on the spot because sometimes they kind of need permission from their superiors to do interviews. But he did tell me that he confirmed that the story about people holding up torches above their houses to get the British to overshoot the town of Lewes was absolute myth and false. That didn't happen at all. So there you have it. Anyhow, pretty neat small museum. I'm gonna take you downstairs and real quickly show you a radio room because, again, technology is another part of the story, albeit a little bit later. There. Just gonna one more stop in here. I didn't show him the cannonball. I didn't show him the cannonball.
Just be careful on the stairs.
Sorry. So the original Cannonball is here in this house. It's right here. Pretty neat. Yeah, it's so small. Well, unfortunately, it just took a bad hit. Look at this. Believe how cheap that is?
Yeah.
It just, I just dropped it outside. The stuff on the front glass is incredibly strong. That's not going to scratch or break. But look how poorly. Yeah.
Who makes it?
It's a GoPro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Walter W. Massey began as an inventor and engineer, and I didn't know this. Wonderful docent was just telling me that he developed a system that was being used for the Navy. I think I know this but forgot it, but it was in contest at the time with Marconi's system, and again, as I was told by the quite informative docent, he died before the challenge, Marconi's challenge in court was finished, but he was eventually vindicated. His design was not only different from Marconi's, but was better. Oh, I'm about out of time. And this wonderful recreation here was actually built by one of the docents of the town of Lewes. Incredible that was put together by a volunteer, which I was just informed about. I cannot believe that a volunteer put that together. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Been
Thanks
a pleasure.
For stopping by.
Will do. We'll see you again.
Yes. Come visit us the next time.
So knowledgeable. Thank you. I will. I've been telling everybody else I'm probably done for the summer, but I'll be back in the spring.
There you go.
Thank you much.
Thanks again.
All right, guys. Probably been already cut off, but if not, I will see you later.